call this meeting of the Columbia County Board of Commissioners to order for this Tuesday, December the 18th, 2018, our final meeting of the year. Please bear with me because this is going to be difficult. Would you join me in prayer? Lord, I really don't have the words to express how much I appreciate and thank you for the blessings of the last 16 years with all these wonderful people. You have watched over us. You have blessed us. You have became another great county, greater than we ever have been, and it's all because of you. I especially want to thank you for all these guys here in uniform and gals that do their job to protect us throughout the county. Thank you, too, for all the wonderful staff that work in Columbia County and do all they can to make this the best county it can be. And Lord, I'd be totally remiss without thanking my wife, daughter, son-in-law, and grandson for their continuing support through all these 16 years. Truly humbled by this experience. I thank you that you allowed me to participate here and be a small part of this fine group of people. I ask that you lead Chairman Duncan and all the commissioners on the coming years to even greater and better things. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, God, indivisible, justice for all.
I'm going to recognize them. We do have a quorum tonight with all 5 commissioners present. I have before you the minutes of our previous meeting of December the 4th. If they're in order, we'll accept a motion for their approval.
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, please raise your right hand. For that same date, the executive session minutes.
So moved.
Second. Any items of discussion? All in favor, please raise your right hand. Mr. Johnson, we have any additions or deletions to the agenda?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman, for your consideration, and please forgive me for it not being in front of you, but I would like to add a presentation from the sheriff and the fire chief to go into presentations. And then following that, I would like to make a special presentation myself. That would be the only 2 things that we'd like to add.
Under presentations?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is duly incorporated, and we'll proceed with the agenda as amended. Again, I'd like to welcome each other to this meeting of the Commission. Remind you that these proceedings are videotaped. If you would like a copy, you may obtain one through a request of the county, Ms. Crawley. Also be available on the county website in a couple of 3 days. Remind you, too, that you're invited to speak to this body. If you're not already on the agenda, we ask that you fill out a form in the back, bring it up to the front, and we'll recognize you at the proper time during the meeting. We do have a lot of people to recognize. In the beginning, a group of young men that here for the Boy Scouts. I think we have Scoutmasters Chuck Evans and Butch Holly. I wonder if we could get your troop guys to stand and give us their name and the school they attend. Gentlemen, thank you for being here. I hope you learned something tonight. I don't know if he's still around, but I know our planning and zoning chair, Jim Cox, does an awful lot with and there he is, he's down front. So thank all of you for taking part in the education and upbringing of these young men. We do have another special guest. the son of Representative Barry Fleming, Zach Fleming. Glad to have you with us tonight. Thank you for being here. You're with the youth leadership, I think, Columbia County. Also, we have Senator Lee Anderson, special night. Lee, thank you for being here. We have former Commissioner Mac Taylor. Thank you for being here. Have anyone else? We have new District 1 Commissioner Connie Malier with us. We had the new District 4 Dewey Galeas earlier. Is Dewey here? He's the only smart one in the group, isn't he?
He had another engagement.
He came for the food, sir. He left.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He came for the food. We have 2 or 3 presentations tonight. We'll start off with the one added to the agenda, Sheriff Whittle, Fire Chief Jeremy Wellen. And Scott, are you part of this, or is
No,
this?
sir, I'll take care of the next one.
Mr. Cross,
Yes, sir.
would indulge us one more time. Come to the front with us, please, sir.
State your name and your address for the record.
Whip says the man with keys at the jail.
Name, how far?
All right.
Do something here. All members of fire. Always. Cross. I've been here a while. Chair, they've all been good. Although he doesn't realize. How to make it. I sweat it. Nothing unintended, sir. But I sweat not having.
Me too.
When it's all said and done.
doing
Hey,
that?
Mr. Chairman?
Oh, okay, you,
Hey, well, I'll let you. I've been here for 11 of his 16 years, and I'm not going to start telling him what's going on now. Haven't done it yet. I tell you, if you'll indulge me for just a minute, I'm going to get Commissioner Morris down here as well. Let me spend just a minute talking about Commissioner Morris. This is on behalf of the staff and the commissioners of Columbia County. It's really a small token of our appreciation. Bill, if you'll come up here first, and Miss Lily, if you want to come up here and join him, I'd love to have you up here. She said no, she didn't want to. She rolled her eyes at me. Thank you, Miss Lily. Well, you have done an awful lot. I assure you, you've done a lot. I'm sure Bill thinks the same thing, that you've done a lot. But it's certainly my honor on behalf of the employees of Columbia County to recognize you for your 8 years of service to citizens of Columbia County. And that 8 years is in addition to the 30, how many years did you serve in the school system? Altogether? 300 years? 308 years of service to citizens. But I tell you, I do get the opportunity to say that I can honestly say without a doubt that Bill Morris is a servant. He has done an outstanding job for the commission. He's been very supportive of the staff. He's been very supportive of me. And he has been the person that I could really go to bounce things off of. He's a man of integrity, and he has just never led me astray. And that's just a testament to just the kind of man he is. And, Bill, I just want to say on behalf of the employees, thank you for your 8 years of service to the citizens of Columbia County and your role as commissioner. I know it's a little easy to get overshadowed here because we have a chairman that's retiring after 16 years, but I assure you those 8 years of service mean a lot to us as well. So congratulations. Jan, you and Kelly want to come up? You don't have to, but if you, I'd love to have you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Again, this one's on behalf of the employees and the commissioners of Columbia County. Just recognizing Chairman Cross again for his 16 years of service. I can't even begin to say how much this man means to me. And I'll certainly get emotional if I try. But we appreciate everything you've done. Yeah, I know. He does that to me every time. I know he does that. I don't. I really don't have any emotions. I do have emotions. But I will just say that being in my office, being in the office that I've been in, the position I've been in for 11 years, and, of course, Chairman being here for 16 years, this has been the man that I've had to go to every day, has been my boss, has been the person to direct me and lead me and guide me professionally. But personally, he's done a lot of that as well. And I've developed a lot over the years. I learned a lot about Columbia County. And I can tell you, I've run into so many people over the years that Ron Cross did this or Ron Cross did that or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, I did that. He didn't do that. But he got blamed for it all the time, and he took it on the chin. He took it for the citizens. But he always had the best interest of the citizens at heart. And on behalf of the employees of the county, I can tell you that he always had the best interest of our employees at heart as well. So, Mr. Chairman, I'll go ahead and tell you, I'll give you this one. This is the first of probably many. I've got a whole lot more to say that I'm not going to say tonight, but congratulations on your retirement after 16 years, and we appreciate what you've done for Columbia County. Oh, good. I'll come right back.
Deanna Beth was nominated by Scott. He had some really great words. I'm only going to say a portion of them. He'll do the rest. Roses be red,
Oh, Lord.
violets be blue. Who be beautiful outside and inside too? It's you.
this is something we get to do every month with our employees in Columbia County. We have a recognition program where we have the opportunity to nominate employees for that recognition, and then the winners, the previous recipients of Employee of the Month get to vote on that, and then we give that award to whoever the Employee of the Month. So we give that recognition to whoever that employee is. This particular month is Jana Beth, and this is a little bit different in that typically administration we don't typically nominate ourselves. We don't nominate anybody in our office. We like to just kind of work behind the scenes and push all the attention out of our employees. But I just felt like that I just could not go another month without recognizing Jana Beth for all she does in our office. She's not just the executive assistant or my executive assistant in the office, but she does so much as far as the community is concerned. She gives back so much. She serves on boards on our behalf. She goes to meetings on our behalf. She represents the county well. She works day and night tirelessly. The things that she was nominated for were just a small part of what she does. And honestly, I ran out of paper trying to do the initial nomination just for recognizing her for one thing. But I will just tell you that I couldn't do my job without you. I appreciate it. She was my first hire when I got to be the county administrator. And again, I couldn't do it without you. Congratulations on being Employee of the Month. You're Employee of the Month every day in my book. So congratulations.
Scott didn't go into it much, but Jana Beth is much more than, as he said, an assistant. I know recently when the vice president was here, all that was dumped in her lap to work with the police side, the safety side, the Secret Service, and all the things to set that up. She's continually set up meetings and meals for the Water Council that I chaired, or the TIA Roundtable, 2 or 3 other organizations. She's the go-to girl, whatever it takes. Jana Beth gets it done. Special. Scott couldn't get along without you, but I'm not sure the commission could get along without you. Congratulations.
So it's dangerous because they gave me the mic and left. Yep. Promise not to take too long, but this is a very special honor for me. I don't really like this kind of recognition. I like to be the person. But it's very special to me tonight because of it being from Chairman Cross and Commissioner Morris. Thank you. You have always been a rock in our office. And Mr. Chairman, I just can't. We'll have to have our conversation. Thank you all very much. I'm very humbled by this. I work with a great team of 1,247-ish, depending on how many people came and quit today, employees. And I could not do my job without all of the people that I get to work with.
Now we have Vice Chair Duncan making the 2018 team of the fourth quarter, Operation Convergent Response 2018.
Bring enough tissues, crying that's going to go on?
I'm done.
I would be crying if I had a pony. I do not have
I'm
a pony.
done.
So, I'm here to talk about the team of the month or the quarter. Quarter. How about that? Well, this is a little different because generally it's a department, civic department that comes together and they have an extraordinary event. We had multiple county departments come together for Operation Convergent Response, which was over in Perry, Georgia, put on by, I believe, Nokia and Verizon. I'd like the folks who were involved in that to come up. The interesting thing is we have the Technology Solutions Department, we have the Sheriff's Office, Fire Department, Fire and Rescue, EMA, Fleet Services, again, I mentioned the Technology Services Division, as well as the Mobile Operations Center. So this whole event was a statewide event where our folks got together and participated in a lot of live fire type simulations and technology. And frankly, they led the event. They blew everybody away. And it's an honor to present the team of the quarter to all these folks because it represents so many departments within the county. So I'm going to pass this microphone down, Michael, and y'all introduce yourselves.
I'm Michael Blanchard, the Director of Technology Services. And I just want to say that it was an honor to be with you guys several days down in Perry. I can't say enough about the Sheriff's Office, services, fire rescue folks. It truly was a team. It was an honor to be there. And I feel like they really put all their talents on display very well for Columbia.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Kai. I'm a desktop technician for IT. I didn't have a huge role to play in this, but I did enjoy the trip, and it was a big learning experience for me. So hopefully this will continue to be something that we can continue to do in the future.
Joe Baker. I work with the Sheriff's Office. I'm also a member of the Special Response Team. Good opportunity to kind of apply some technology to our everyday application in our work.
Craig Cirillo with Sheriff's Office and investigator. Part of this team.
Brian King, Columbia County Office.
Brett Willis, Assistant Chief, Columbia County Fire Rescue.
Eric Jesse, Sheriff's Office, UAV unit.
That's Sergeant Michael Williamson, Assistant Team Leader.
Andy Leonza, EMA Director for Columbia County. I do want to point out that this was an EMA-only asset prior to this team coming together. So what you're actually, these guys do great things every day, our services here, save lives. But this kind of symbolizes everybody playing together in one place. The sheriffs had a big part, the fire chief, Jeremy, commissioners, administration has really helped pull this thing together. We have Glenn Kennedy that's not being recognized here as well, but he obviously knows a great deal about this, so thank you so much.
Anthony Deckert, Fleet Services, Shop Manager.
Mike Holberton, Fire Rescue.
Wayne Allen, Fire Rescue.
Sharif Chocho with the Sheriff's Office. Andy covered it pretty well, and so did the Commissioner Duncan, but I wanted to also acknowledge the fact that this team was brought together, and I think it's fitting that the last team of the quarter, which, like Commissioner Duncan mentioned, teams of the quarter are usually in groups from your specific department. This is a team made up of various departments and agencies within the county, and all with the focus of making public safety better. It's fitting that this is the last team of the quarter, Chairman Cross's tenure. It shows the example of how public safety has always been the forefront for him. His deputy administrators and Mr. Johnson, his administrator, they've always put public safety first, but we could not do it. Fire nor the Sheriff's Office could not do it without the support of the rest of the county. Like you see, you've got IT, Fleet Services. They don't keep the cars running, we're not getting there. So everybody coming together is what makes public safety work, and it's because of the leadership of the commission and Mr. Cross there over the last 16 years. So thank you for that.
We do have a request to speak from a gentleman who's been very faithful to coming to commission meetings, particularly in Appling, Mr. Phil Turner. Phil, would you come on up front?
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to take this opportunity to offer some brief remarks in regard to term of service of my good friend, Commissioner Bill Morris. Bill has done an outstanding job in representing his constituents in the 4th District. And as you all would well know now, he is a man of conviction and principles. And when a decision is made, he sticks by it and is true to it. When Bill first decided to run for office, I wrote a letter of support in which I made a point of something that Bill had told me in our conversations, and that was that he did not intend to use this office on the commission as a platform to seek other office. And as true to his word, tonight he steps down after serving his terms. And that is because Bill Morris is a true public servant. Now, Bill has done many things that I would not know about in representing the 4th District, but there are two particular ones that I want to mention that were important to our specific area. One is working with Mrs. Pollard and this commission to establish a nice new park that is in Appling, and it is a point of pride for that community and for this county. But most important to me and the place where I live in Harlem is Bill's effort, along with this commission, to find a safe and secure and temperature-controlled place so that we could store our recently discovered 100-year-old bank documents out in Appling. So I'd like to say thank you, Bill, for a job well done.
Gentlemen, it's time to get down to business a little bit. You have before you our consent agenda. These are items that's been through the proper committee and received the necessary 3 votes to be put on consent. Quite a list. If you're satisfied with all of these, we'll accept a motion to approve these as one vote.
So move.
Second.
Any items needing any clarification? All in favor, please raise your right hand. If we go now to our debate agenda under new business, Commissioner Duncan. Or Commissioner Allen, excuse me.
Actually, this one's Mr. Duncan's. Yeah, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve the dark fiber indefeasible
Yes.
right of use agreement and equipment space agreement with Planters Communication.
Second.
I believe, Mr. Kennedy, this is an effort to extend service through some smaller counties to help with with an electric co-op as a customer.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. The actual action here is for a lease of 2 fibers from Augusta through our POP to the outer edge of the county. But the long-term benefit of this, those rural counties that we talked about, McDuffie, Warren, Hancock, Putnam, probably leaving some out, but
McDuffie too?
McDuffie as well. This is going to benefit them. It's going to benefit us, give us some revenue, but most importantly, in the long term, it's going to bring services that they need.
All right, I'd just like to congratulate staff on working on this because I think it's a very progressive move to be able to run that fiber or give them the space so that we can actually help out the other outlying counties.
Any other comments or discussion?
And I'd like to congratulate you too, but it has become more and more of an issue with rural areas, not only in the state, but also in the nation. I would say this is cutting edge technology, offering the service to our neighbors, because without this support, they would not be able to accomplish this. Mr. Kennedy.
Other comments? Motion and a second. All in favor? Commissioner Allen?
Yes, sir. I would like to make a motion
to approve the rezoning from C2 to C3 for a proposed self-storage facility for the property located at tax map 082D029.
Second.
This is a new facility at Riverwatch Parkway, kind of across from Milton Rubin, across the railroad tracks. Discussion? All in favor?
I would also like to make a motion to approve the variance to section 90-98 list of lot and structure requirements, 90-139 buffers and screening, and 90-147H3 use provisions for tax map 082-982D and 029 to reduce the front setback to 20 feet from the property line and side setbacks to 3 feet. To waive the side buffers subject to the conditions enumerated in the December 6th, 2018 Planning Commission report.
Second.
Any discussion of these changes? All in favor?
I make a motion to approve a variance to section 90-139 buffers and screening for property located at tax map 078690 to eliminate the structure buffer along the property line adjoining tax map 078C004, subject to the conditions enumerated in the December 6, 2018 Planning Commission report.
Second.
I believe this is really doing something to have a better appearance next to some county property.
Yes, so that current code requires a structural buffer separating from what was a residential property. The county has bought that as part of a road project. We have plans to make that a green space, so eliminating the structural buffer will allow that green space to flow into this development.
All in favor?
And on that same issue, sir, I would also like to make a motion to deny the applicant's request for the fee to be waived.
Second.
Mr. Chairman, if I might, on that issue, I think one of the reasons why that was actually asked to be approved was because the applicant had already gone through and made application before and had that as part of their application originally. Staff went back to them and talked about how that buffer was going to be put into place and actually asked them if they'd be willing to reapply. We would try to support the fee waiver. Now, certainly we did the work, and certainly we've not always done that in the past, but that was the reason that we asked for. Actually, staff asked for that as well. It wasn't just the applicant. So if y'all would take that in consideration.
And they came back after they had applied and paid a fee, and at our request came back and paid another fee.
That's correct.
Andrew was going to say something.
He was not part of the conversation. That came straight through my office. That did not come through his office.
Okay.
So we're being asked to reconsider.
Can I amend your motion or vote and?
Circumstances being what they are, I can withdraw my motion. If that's the fact. Those facts were not presented to me.
I'll withdraw my second.
Okay, we'll start over. Commissioner Allen?
Let's try this a second time. I'll make a motion to approve the applicant's request for the fee to be waived.
Second.
All in favor?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm
Thank you
sorry
for
for the
that.
miscommunication.
Thank you for that, Mr. Johnson. Okay,
I would like to make a motion to approve the rezoning from C2 to S1 for a proposed self-storage facility for property located at tax map 074049H, subject to the conditions enumerated in the December 6, 2018 Planning Commission report.
Second.
motion and a second. Any discussion of this item? All in favor, please raise your right hand.
I will make a motion to approve a major revision to the existing PUD for tax map 072213 to add a salon and massage therapy as allowed uses on the said property, subject to the conditions enumerated in the December 6, 2018 Planning Commission report.
Second.
Any discussion of this? I believe this is going in the existing salon that's there part of the dermatology building.
Yes, and they previously had this service. They did not renew their OCTAX after we changed our code, and because they did not renew for that year, they were required to come back with a PUD revision. So this is to get them back into compliance.
Other discussion? All in favor?
Lastly, sir, I would like to make a motion to approve the rezoning from M1 to RA for the properties located at tax map 051080, 081, and
Second.
They're going to take this from industrial back to single family? All in favor? That completes our debate agenda. We have no legal matters, I assume.
No, other than to also thank you for your service the last 16 years.
Is that a legal opinion?
That's a legal opinion.
Just don't bill us for it.
I'm going to say, and the bill is in the mail.
Thank you very much. We do have several personnel and property matters. Gentlemen would go ahead and turn
Yes,
to
sir.
those.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve an employment agreement with Stephen Prather for the SPLOST Construction Manager at an annual salary of $75,000 with a Category C vehicle allowance and a smartphone cell allowance.
Second.
Discussion?
I'm glad we're finally filling the job. Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve an employment agreement with David Taylor for the right-of-way specialist at an annual salary of $34,964.80 with a Category A vehicle allowance and a cell phone allowance of $60 per month.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Mr. Alley?
Sir, I would like to make a motion to approve $3,000 to James K. Hooks and Angela V. Hooks, parcel 151, $500 to Charles Preston Price, parcel 184, to obtain right-of-way and/or easements for the SR 28 Furious Ferry Road widening project.
Second.
Any discussion? Trevor?
I make a motion to approve $15,000 to Emma Louise Wiggum, parcel 24, and $28,000 to Hugh L. Parrish and Catherine E. Parrish, parcel 89, to obtain right-of-way and/or easement for the Lewiston Road widening project.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
I make a motion to approve $1,510 to Louis J. and Elizabeth W. Frank, parcel 57A, and $500 to Columbia County Board of Education, parcel 70A, to obtain right-of-way and/or easement for the Flowing Wells Road widening project.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
I make a motion to approve Resolution 18-054, authorizing the acquisition of property, order, and the declaration of taking for the construction of Jones Creek Force Main Sewer Line.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
I don't want to read it. I make a motion to accept the donation from Furious Ferry Holdings, LLC, map and parcel 081B 1225, 541, and 542 for the Green Space Program.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? There is one bit of business I've been, that I missed, just plain missed it. I'd like to take care of it right now with your indulgence. The commission kind of took a life of its own early on, something that I got. I didn't think that what we gave her as Employee of the Month was sufficient for how I felt about her. I had another one made up. Cassidy took care of the mechanics of getting it done. This is for the Employee of Ron C. Cross Political Career. Then into Janet Beth Wells. Chairman Ron C. Cross, 2003.
Roses be red. Violets be blue. You will always be
I guess that ended that, didn't it?
You lose.
Yeah, loser.
anyone else have anything for this meeting of the Board of Commissioners for this last time in 2018?
Yes, sir, I do.
Oh, okay.
I might get a little knot in the throat myself. Starting off, Jan, I'm going to miss seeing you sitting out there on that second row, first seat. You're welcome anytime, and we'll reserve the seat if you want to come join us. Thank you for the support. Bill, you've been a great friend. Called me when I got elected. Took me out and we had breakfast and we had a long talk. I appreciate that. I felt like you were a partner through this thing with me, and your friendship is greatly appreciated. Mr. Chairman, really don't know what to say, but I'm like everybody else. Not everybody's agreed with Ron Cross all the time, but I know that didn't matter to you a lot. You had a vision, you had a plan, you had a direction, took it, stayed, you kept your focus, you kept your course, and for both of you guys, Columbia County better off today than when both y'all came in, and I thank you for it.
I want to congratulate again
I'm not done.
Chairman-elect Duncan. Okay, we'll carry on.
Thank you, sir. Coach, you told me all those years ago I was slightly above average. Well, here I am. But, you know, he coached me in junior high, really.
Junior high. Junior high.
But, you know, if I aspire, I can be anything I can be, and as long as it's average. Well, here I am, Coach. It's been a pleasure. And thank you for your counsel. At times I called you on issues and I said, what would you do about this? You always had really great counsel, and I appreciate that. I'm going to miss serving with you. Boss, I always called you the boss. I thought it was kind of funny because some people would think, well, that's like a political boss hog thing. But at any rate, it's been an honor to serve with you. I agree with Gary. The vision that you have implemented for this county has been really second to none. And, you know, like Gary said, the people that didn't agree with you, well, they had tire tracks on their backs, I think. So you were a strong chairman. You got things done, even in the face of adversity. And I just appreciate the opportunity to stand on your shoulders here forward. And I hope that it can do as well as you have. So thank you.
Thank you, Doug. Any other comments?
Well, I'll say something, sir.
Here comes the man of
Got to
word.
end. It's got to end the way that you know that it has been. Plato once said,
"Oh my God,
a wise man speaks because he has something to say, and a fool speaks because he must say something." I talk a lot, but you're a man of few words, and I think that shows where we both stand on that spectrum. Both of you gentlemen have taught me the meaning of integrity, serving with both of you. Mr. Morris, you are an example of gentlemanly conduct. I am grateful to be up here with you, sir. The way that you represented constituents and the people of Columbia County. Courageous. I, again, am just proud to be here, and I hope that they're aware of how blessed they've been for representing them. Chairman, I have so many thoughts of that I'd like to say that I thankfully won't. Your fair judgment, your vision for this county, most of all, your courageous leadership, been a beauty to behold. And I, again, am very blessed. The county is blessed for having had you as their leader. I am doubly blessed for having had the privilege of serving with you. I wish you, your lovely bride, nothing but happy thoughts.
Would like to thank my bride of 54 years for all of her dedication to these meetings and being there for everything, and my daughter for being here. Bill, I'm sure you feel the same way about Miss Lily.
Yep, very much so. 40. Four.
Is there any other reason to prolong this meeting? Mr. Morris, would you like to make your last declaration?
Well, I have a little story to tell.
Oh, okay.
Not 7 o'clock yet. Lily and I would go to Ireland pretty frequently years ago. She goes now for art and music. I usually stay home, but several years ago we were over there. I decided I wanted a pint of Guinness. So I went in a pub. I think she was doing something art-wise. So I went in this pub, and there was a group over in the corner playing music and having a good time. And there was a group over in this corner telling stories and laughing and drinking Guinness. There was a group at the bar, kind of farmers. I worked my way around to each group, and each group I had to have another Guinness. And then I found myself in the bathroom. Over there, they call it a toilet, to take care of some business. Well, in the process of being in the bathroom, the proprietor decided it was closing time. So unbeknownst to me, I'm in the bathroom, and they dim the lights, and they lock the door, and everybody leaves, and I come out of the bathroom, and I'm in this pub all by myself.
Free Guinness.
So I go behind the bar. Don't pour a Guinness, you build a Guinness. Build me a Guinness, and I get to roaming around, and I find the proprietor's name and phone number back before you had cell phones. So I call the guy up about 12:30 in the morning. I wake him up. He says, "Hello." I said, "Tell me, sir, what time do y'all open in the morning?" He said, "We open at 10 o'clock. He slams down the phone. Okay, so I built another Guinness, tried to entertain myself. A couple hours later, I was kind of feeling the effects of the Guinness. So I called him again. I said, "Excuse me, sir, what time did you say you opened in the morning?" He said, "I told you we opened at 10 o'clock, but you're not getting in." I said, "Hell, I ain't trying to get in, I'm trying to get out." So that sort of sums up my time on the committee. That's not a true story. All right, I make a motion that we go drink again. Adjourn.
I'll second that, sir.
Thank you very much.
Any discussion of that motion and second? All in favor? We are adjourned. 2018.
I voted against it, by the way. It was 4-1. 4-1. It was 4-1. I voted against it. I voted against it.
You went begrudgingly.